Hello, everybody. My name is Jose Castaneda. I'm a junior and I'm a double major in supply chain management and information systems. I'm also a member of Alpha, which is a student organization, and we strive to help students build leadership and networks with professionals. And another thing I could say about me is that I really love to play soccer and occasionally video games. Where am I? I'm currently in the Union at the University of Arkansas. We're actually in the RSO meeting space. This is where I'm filming from, and I've actually been in Arkansas about 4 years. I moved over from California, and today I'll be presenting to you guys Leonardo da Vinci's version of the Vitruvian Man. I'm sorry. And here is the image that he drew. If y'all can see that. And here's another image of just the Vitruvian Man without the text writing that Leonardo da Vinci wrote on there. Okay. And let me show you all a picture of Leonardo da Vinci. This is a famous painting of Da Vinci. A lot of you may have seen this before. Okay. And if you don't know Da Vinci, then you probably don't know art. Here's probably his most famous painting, the Mona Lisa. I'm sure we've all heard of that. Okay. Okay. Something important about the history of who made the painting. Leonardo da Vinci made the painting. It was completed in 1490. It goes as his version of the Vitruvian Man. And an interesting thing about the drawing, the painting, is that it differs in two ways from other illustrations of the Vitruvian Man. One of the big ways and big differences that it differs from other Vitruvian Mans is the way that it's portrayed. You see two figures made into one, which is something that other artists and other philosophers of the time or earlier time than Da Vinci failed to do. Da Vinci was able to incorporate both bodies into one. The circle and square image overlaid on top of each other to form one image. He also made one key adjustment so that the image would maintain a proportionate appendage, as you see below. I don't know if I'm trying to approach the image a little closer so you can see it. As you can see, the appendage, it's bonded into one, so you can easily see that both bodies on there are bonded into one, and it's very distinguishable to see that. Okay, and now I'll be describing it formally and using some mythology to describe the work. This image is a perfect example of Leonardo da Vinci's interest in proportion. He repeatedly distinguishes the two different centers of the body, as mentioned before. The centers of the body that he distinguishes are magnitude and gravity. Okay. The picture also represents Leonardo's attempts to relate man to nature. Leonardo believed that the workings of human body to be an analogy for the working of the universe. So in other words, if you understood the body, then you would be able to better understand the universe. This is how I read it, and this is how most people understand it. Okay, and next I'll be describing the stylistic influences of the painting. Okay. In his artwork, Leonardo expresses the ideas of Vitruvius. I failed to mention this earlier, but Vitruvius was a first century Roman architect, very famous for his architecture. These ideas presented by Leonardo, they form the basis of the Renaissance proportion theories in art and architecture. The image is greatly influenced by Vitruvius' ideas of the body being directly proportional and able to fit in a circle/square simultaneously. As we see in the image, you can see a perfect circle portrayed around the image, and also a perfect square. And if you look at the hands and feet of the image, they touch the edges of the circle and square proportionally. So what I read and what I researched was that Vitruvius was able to use this knowledge, so to speak, back then to be able to translate this into his architecture and the way he would design buildings. I'm going to show you guys a picture of Vitruvius so you all get an idea of how he looked. If you just bear with me. Okay, it's not a very big image, it's a smaller image, but I'm going to show it to you guys up close. If you can see that, that was actually a Roman coin with the engraving of Vitruvius, and that's how people believed he looked back then. Looks like a very intelligent man, if you ask me. Okay, let me show you this picture again. Yeah. In this drawing or artistic work of Leonardo, he is representing the body as a building and illustrating Renaissance theory, which linked the proportions of the human body with architectural planning. So, yeah. And then, why did I choose this image? Well, I got my first introduction to Leonardo in art in history during elementary, and one of the first images I saw next to the picture of Leonardo that I just showed you all was this image here. And so that's always stuck in my head, and it's been one of the most iconic images right next to the Mona Lisa, for me at least. So it holds a very special meaning to me. So that's why I chose this image, and that's basically it. So I mean, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you.